Naxos, even though this is drinking my sailors as usual. Well, we actually have a surplus of sailors. Thank you, Doc in Venezia. That's what I'm gonna attribute that to. Could you show religious maps? Certainly. I'm a bastion of Christendom, and the other bastions have wanted to fight me. Pirate Pope, ironic. Not sure if it would be ironic. This is the duality of gosh darn it, they got it back. What I could do is tell my subject to make a claim there so that we could fight Manchu for it again. I'm all for fighting Manchu any day of the year. It's almost a shame that I demanded that land back from Japan, because I could have jumped on him for it. Ah, this again. More inflation. Inflation that gets paid down. Let's pay down the other one as well. Thought that was DOW, but it wasn't. It's just Austria reaffirming their stance as leader of the HRE, and with their laundry list of allies will surely expel the Ottoman scourge. I'll just keep them busy on the seas. You do the rest. Now I moved my fleet over here. Hopefully they start to understand that they are made for privateering. And that should get me some good dosh out of Genoa. They're trying to anti-pirate, but I have a feeling that they're not trying hard enough. Oh, that's nice. How much nice is it? It's good being a pirate. Any other unusually strong tags in the world? There's Burgundy, Chernigov, Hormuz is scooping it all up. Otherwise, Langshang's a pretty good local power. Of course, I'm colonizing here. I have not made a move on Brunei yet. This is strange and a bit disconcerting, but there's a lot of stuff I want to take here, but I want the Casus Belli to just go ham on it, because I can't really be spending all this debt all the time. So ideally, oh god, I'm hurting for innovativeness, but hopefully we'll be okay on that. Hopefully, I'm not even halfway there, am I? I want to get manufactories, then I start teching up, and then the world's our oyster. But we kind of hurt when it comes to the relative amount of manufactories that we actually have, because it really doesn't spread so well in my lands. And you know, I never bothered with manufactories around here. Aberdeen has it, whoop-de-doo. Hopefully someday he'll get manufactories. Yeah, we're all hoping. But I think the easiest way for me to get manufactories at this point is to simply conquer it. Hell, conquering it got me what I have so far, and I could get more from taking it from Japan. Oh, from integrating Yamana, that will give me quite a bit of manufactory. Otherwise, not a lot of islands to conquer easily with. Look at this horrible bit of redness where I just don't get it. All of this as well. And this is one place I probably should have manufactories and I don't. Well, it's a bit late to build my arc now. I'm only just figuring out global trade. Okay, there's not a lot to do in the Ottoman front. They can't touch me, realistically. Truce with GB is up, so it makes sense just to dogpile them, except I haven't been paying my troops. Whoops. But now I can see him, and he was hiding out in Leicestershire. I think I just need one tick of morale. I have the numbers to just blast him out the sky. I've also got my sweet new not transports, trade ships. We call them trade ships, but the name is incredibly ironic. Yeah, I should just give him no chance. Dogpile him while I can. Ditmarshen says, I will help, but we all know the truth. Why am I not raiding around here? There's a lot to be raided again. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Right, I'll have to keep that one in mind. These are proper frigates, so I'd like them to help out with the privateering effort, probably in Lübeck. Since we already pirate here and it goes pretty well. no, the British could smack us back. They do have Tech 21, but so do we. Let's play it safe and actually get our stuff here. I will, however, still leave behind 6 of you to defend. And the rest of us go and do what we were born to do, which is raid and raid some more. Thank you, Manila. That's the right kind of boost for Manila as well. We're not done, there's more to be done up here. And about you, Ditmarshen, I'd like to know a touch more. Oh my, the British have actually moved away. They know what I'm trying to do to them. I hope they're not just stalling so they could get an ally. That would be bad news for me. Alright, that is all very, very welcome, Dosh. I'll just get back there and we're all good. And Klimpy, you know what to do. It's simple. Oh man, Klimpy was gearing up for this big fight and then he had to go and die. That is unfortunate. That tells me that we need somebody new to take over. Somebody even better than all the rest, and that would be MTSC 2. Well, he's fast. Give him that. We won't suffer the river crossing penalty, but we'll probably suffer everything else. He just retired, Jake. Alright. Global trade. You mean global piracy? I do. Okay, Gloucestershire, Kent and Sussex are all on the table, but I have no aggressive expansion on mainland Europe. Ignore Spain. I know I do. So let's just take everything we can, including Kent, of course. It's the most expensive one. Wham! Just get him killed. The British have really not built up a fleet that anybody has to care about, so I don't feel the need to dedicate any of my heavies over here. In fact, it might even be worth my time just bringing some lights over, just to place them under blockade and give them the extra pressure. What do we have here? A 50% cheaper quartermaster sounds pretty good. A morale of navies guy doesn't sound nearly as good. What do we have right now? Land force limit. What is land force limit? I don't mind reinforced speed, it's actually pretty good. Especially if you can be a cheap level 2 guy. Born in Draken? He's well worth advancing on, but I won't. Cap is 1236. Do you have manufactories? The institution, by the way, Great Britain. You don't. You really don't. You have it in Sussex, it's growing in Kent. That's gonna hurt me more than it helps me. And you certainly don't have it in Gloucestershire. You almost have it in Ireland. Well, damn, that's actually something I'll need to consider. Get on there, MTSC2. You're actually not fast enough. Get fast enough then. Wow, you're not fast enough even with forced march. I don't know what this slippery customer is on about. The Ottomans have accepted some condottieri from Venice. Venice don't like me, to be sure, but they still can't get over to me. There are those transports for Britain. Not good enough. Nothing's going to be bloody good enough out of these guys, I tell you what. Might as well just raid them while we're here for a good laugh. 3 heavies might seem bad for me to... Hold on, hold on. Look at all these Dutch lands that are unraided. What is going on? Okay, change of course. Big change of course. Make sure those don't go anywhere that I care about. You folks, oh jings, look at all this stuff that needs raided. I'll raid what you can there for now. You folks, go along here. Keep them in their place. Yeah, I don't think they'll make a move against us there, even though we're just trading fleet. And you folks, I know you're just you are just transports, but you can still raid. I mean, transport seems very fitting for gathering people around here. Thank you, thank you. And I think you missed a spot. Trade efficiency down. What is trading? I think I'm over my, I'm almost over my sailor capacity, but that's alright, especially when you're in a war against the Ottomans, where you need every bit of that you can get. Let's hopefully chase down and destroy the last of the British. Oh, where the heck are they going? Into Coventry, where they're gonna die. There we go, that's the last of them. There's not a lot to worry about whatsoever. Gonna slam 3 cannons on his capital. Otherwise, there she goes. Oh yeah, he has islands in the north. We'll turn around to that shortly. The fort keeps them in place. Please don't say Coventry like that ever again, says Leveler. Maybe. Playing this a bit sloppy, but generally heading north here. Let's drink up what little war score we get out of these pathetic battles. We'll add some extra cannons onto that while we're at it. We'll keep you in check, otherwise this is all good. It's all Gucci. Japan truces up. It is highly tempting to declare war on them. My units are in place for it. Could I handle such a thing realistically? I could make Ainu a co-belligerent, and I do have that claim on Ainu after all. And the Japanese are at Tech 19, but I have 21. I'd rather be able to focus all my attention on Japan, so we'll wrap up this war first. I could do both, but it would slow me down considerably, given that I'm pretty slow at this game. Alright, that's all wrapped up. Just attach a single unit to take care of it. What are they up to? Dang, some of them already got across, actually. Well, not on my watch, they don't. Still don't think they could take us on. Let's split it a bit. Nah, let's not leave anything to chance here. Why would I ever leave anything to chance? Brandenburg's truces up with me. I don't know if they have the cojones to act on that. So-called cowardly forces attacking us again. This is not the most graceful attack I've ever done on Britain, but I never seem to do particularly good attacks on GB. I always manage to mess them up quite royally. We'll get MTSC2 over there because he's pretty fast. Otherwise head north and keep the north free for me. Got ourselves a cheeky little ship there. That's fine. And then I'm left wondering, where do we still have to pirate like mad around here? Both of these are good. Perhaps I don't do Civil enough. I just grabbed one. No, those are transports, Jake. They don't do such things. Yeah, sure, Privateer Civil for a laugh. You guys will do something else once you're done with that war. Norfolk's down. His fleet is out in more ways than one. Lovely. Very lovely. Let's get an extra papal influence, because that transfers directly into a bit of stability down the line, or whatever else I choose to get. It's a buffet when I hit up the Pope. I get what I want, and I want what I get. Yeah, he's trying his luck in Orkney. I kind of forget that he actually owns any of that stuff. Not too interested in the Irish mainland. I want these coastlines. Coastlines are good. This is just an annoyance that I'd rather he did not have on me. Orkney, I'm not sure I care at all about, right? I did not state Shetland, and it provides me practically nothing. So it's not worth even a tiny bit of anything to take it. Man is also not like that. Are there any buildings for me to care about on these provinces either? No, then it's just a waste of war score and aggressive expansion and coring to take any of those. What I should focus on is where he has the good buildings at. That's not good building. This is pretty good. That's not good. Good God, it's nothing but poverty in Britain. Like, really harrowing amounts of poverty here. That's terrifying. It's terrible is what it is. I'm not sure how much more I even want out of him given it's so bad, but I could take Oxford to finish the area here. And I suppose I could do the north. Yeah, this is Grimbo. Does he have anything else better in the Americas, perhaps? What has he been investing his everything in? There's an island here I'd like down the line, and it actually has a weapon manufactory. So we've got that going for us at least. Alright, give me Pluto. Better than any of the other junk you have going. How about this island? Ooh. It's just all bad. Okay, well that does, I suppose, but I need to get the coup de grace on the guy. Oh, the jokes write themselves there, epic hedgehog. They write themselves. Just glad I have a good leader going here. Let's head over it, make sure he gets nothing out of man. Thanks to his colonial holdings, I might not be able to get the full peace that I desire here. Even with such a defiant win, I'd need length of war to kick in for this to really help me much. So I might actually kick back on the money so he can actually invest in his own country. Oh, right, he's at it again. There we go. Then I get everything I want, most of the money that I'm after. Nobody hates me too much for it, and Britain's out of my face again, but good grief, it is not good being Britain today. I'm not taking over a new area, am I? I think Gloucestershire is West Midlands, but I already did that up. Alright, we're good there then. Yoink. Ireland is still a bit of a disgrace, but what you gonna do? Oh yeah, being at peace means my war exhaustion was finally able to go down naturally. That's a first. Great, we've connected up all of our holdings here at least. Had to happen eventually. I'll hold out in Chester, it's got amazing development. This is where he poured everything into, because he thought, yes, when we get the coal, it'll all be good. And then I stole the coal. I did not make you into a state. I need you to be a full state, because I want that coal to really speak to me. I guess there was that one manufactory I could have taken from Ireland, but didn't. We'll get there eventually. Oh god, this is so sad. Right, Venice is gunning down Austria, even though they rented out their troops to the Ottomans. How am I doing on the aggressive expansion? Not aggressive expansion, overextension front, 50%. But it's It shouldn't take too long for me to core, right? Shouldn't be a problem. The Japanese, however, how much of a problem are they? 40,000, but I out-tech them. But they are Japanese. That's offensive, and those are Japanese ideas. But surely it's nothing that... Well done, MTSC2. You get to rule over another... Oop. Oh, didn't want to do that. Backspace takes you home, don't you know? Gotta click on this first. No, we will have Lebensol help us out. Please be good. I know we don't treat our military personnel particularly well, but... I mean, in a manner of speaking, maybe better. Of course, I need a diplomat free to do any of this, but I can get my claims going, and I'd quite like a claim on that Go case. I can't claim it because it's too far away. What a shame. What else am I going to want to take in all of this, though? Mino's in an area with Owari. The fools. They are fools. Japan is at war with Russia. Yes, they are, and it would be useful to me if they wouldn't want to help out Ainu, or if Ainu wouldn't want to help out Japan, but they're both sticking through it together. And it would also be nice if I could force them to give me land, but because I'm at war, I can't force that. So I guess I just go on the attack on both of them. There is a school of thought of what's the best way to take them down, and that would be not to let them attack together. Ainu only has 14k, but I'd rather not let any of that come against me. How does Japan handle navy these days? Laughably. But I don't know where they are. So, well, that's where his one heavy is. But he has 4 others. There we go. I can spread my fleet out like this to get an idea of where his everything is. What are you taking from the Ottomans? Just loads of dosh? His islands are of no great strategic utility to me, so I'm not bothering much with that. Oh good, very soon I will have Yamana inside of me. Complete with all those manufactories. Oh, that is an exciting prospect. Fighting Manchu again is also an exciting prospect, although I suspect there's still many of them. He is bankrupt. And I didn't do the biggest peace deal with him. So in 80, I can fight him. I don't know how long his bankruptcy is going to last. Did anyone catch when he went bankrupt? Maybe it's already been and gone. I don't pay much attention to these things. Do the Otto Islands have manufactories? By the time I'm able to take lands off the Ottomans, which is quite soon, manufactories, I say, wouldn't be an issue, but I don't really want to take these islands. I mean, what do they do for me? It's just a bit more land of not much import. Okay, these ones are actually in the Naxos area, but he's just going to want to fight me even more than he already does. Not sure if that's a good reason either way. What else can I do to weasel my way out of them? Look at all the wrong religion here. Who wants wrong religion? Certainly not a guy with a free missionary and lots of conversion strength. Not at all. Recht. This did not answer the question about the Japanese Navy. Where is it? It's also Hojo here that I haven't taken for a ride. No, seriously, where is the Japanese Navy? Perhaps they're busy on the offense against Russia, which is fine. Okay, so what I do is I attack you. I actually make Ainu a co-belligerent, because I want Ainu's provinces. Workshop, temple, shipyard, dry dock, manufactory. There's some good lands for me to take around here, don't you know? Let's take another look at manufactory progress. It's everywhere. So I want everything I can get my greasy hands on, really. And then hopefully I can embrace it before I... Oh no, we're going to hit the limit on mill anyway. I don't want to, but I also don't want to lose innovativeness, so Let's consider getting some naval drill just to spend some mill points before we overflow on it. And onwards and upwards. Do I want Ichu? Do I want Kyoto? These are expensive provinces to take. I mean, Kyoto's a great province, but I'm not sure I want it just yet. It's inland, which is a bit of a problem, but damn is it built up. Built like a brick house here. Alright, fair enough, I'll take Kyoto. You have twisted my hands, Japan. He's got a big chunk of his navy there, so I'm actually going to in charge Mardi with it. And back it up a bit. This is defended, so we're going to send in Lebon to take care of the Ainus. Feels bad. I mean, I like Ainu, but all's fair in love and war, and video games are a bit of both. We'll let him get locked in there, and then up and over. You will see to the occupation, and down he goes. Poor Ainu. He teched pretty well, but he just doesn't fight hard enough. Internal conflicts for Manchu is good. I'm going to have an even softer target when I get around to spanking him, and I will be spanking him. Sure, Manchu occupies me. What else is new? Not Manchu, Japan. Japan occupies me. And that certainly isn't anything new. But we're able to take over Ainu with impunity. Where is Zamboguana? I actually do want more base tax here, yoink. And I'll add it to our trade companies. Are you added? Good, I think they're all added. There's not a lot for me to worry about here, so I'm just going to ditch 1, 2, 3 cannons and a loser, and then we're getting out of here. I would probably benefit from a touch of blockade. So yes, Japan occupies me. I don't care, because I'm about to come down and smack him in, because he has pretty much no army, and I have pretty much big army. I also stripped him of his forts, so I can have freedom of movement within him. Jake, show us your ideas, please. Here you go. Maritime, naval, exploration, expansion, and quality. Go, go, Lebensalt. First trip to Japan. Osmond. No, that's Ormond, which is in Ireland. I mean, I'll take it, sure, why not? Got no reason not to. I was meant to make another claim on Japan, I feel, but didn't, and yet I have all this spy network. I'll just get rid of it. I'd rather have the freedom of my diplomats right now. Send our units around just to do more occupations. It's going to look bad for Japan, which means it looks good for us. I'm going to camp out in these hills, meaning he has no freedom of movement. He might think he does, but he's wrong. There's no reason for me to keep this anymore, but I don't want these guys to get a free run at me. This is not an inland sea, neither is this. But I'll still bring over my fleet. What's he going to try to do? Do you grant access to Japan? You do. And it's farmlands there, so I'm going to go into Kai and intercept him here. As expected. He has much better leadership than me, but again, we should be able to out-tech and out-very many things, this guy. And we arrive in good time for it, whilst we continue with our own occupations. I'm just not happy with how poor you are at everything, but oh well. Oh, he had a change of mind about that. Disputes affecting everything. Go figure. If he wants to go to Ichigo, that's fine, because it's grasslands, and he is locked in, so we'll take that fight. We will not get a river... No, we will get a river crossing penalty, which is all the more reason that MTSC 2 should be in on this. Faster, no penalty, no problem. Nothing going wrong around here, right? I swear I saw red. Sure I saw red around here. It's on the minimap. Where's the red at? Aha! There's the Japanese fleet! Doing God knows what over in the Americas. They don't have colonial ideas, so I really don't know what they're up to. As long as I don't pull Killer DJ, we're all good. Austria finally winning a war against Venice. Big man that they are, but Italy's involved, so I'm surprised they're getting anywhere with that. What's the next idea going to be? If I can ever get there, I want to get economic, because I really need a strong economy to field all the ships that I need, and I need a ton of ships. A ton of ships where I'm going. Okay, the Japanese fight pretty hard. Pretty damn hard. I got 110% discipline. We do not. However, we've managed to take over Ainu. Like, och, I the new. Let's chase them down as best we can. I don't want to give them any respite here. Meanwhile, continue the occupations, please. Maybe I should take you down while I'm at it. Not give them any rest. Except that was the wrong unit to send there. No, go for the big guns. What two heavies do I have on Hokkaido coast? I suppose ones that I righteously acquisitioned there, but just dissolve them into sailors. Sailors. And these guys are fine. Keep them there. But couldn't hurt to raid a bit while we're here. Oh, that's right. Japan on the whole still needs a bit more raiding done. Did I actually do the raiding when I moved into position? I don't think I did. Well, it's a bad day to be you, Japan. That's right, we'll just devastate these provinces that we're meant to be taking for ourselves anyway. I know he's in the hills, but let's just try and get him as best we crap. Alright, managed to grab him at least. Stop Kyoto from building up anymore. He might still beat me back, but no, his morale is shattered. Let's just stop him from building here, I don't like it. Fortunately, the occupations I've done up here have stopped him from having those as valid places to retreat to. Unfortunately. Whoops. I'll grab what you can there and then head back a bit. There we go. Like I said, I shouldn't underestimate the Japanese. They're pretty brutal in battle. One, two, three, four, and the big guys just clean up whatever is up north. You go, big guy. Oh, he's still trying to build. We'll go figure. I won't let him. This is probably going to drive him towards bankruptcy. This is like early game microing. I can't believe I'm reduced to doing this so far into the late game, but that just speaks to the nature of this challenge. Alright, MTSC, you did what you had to do. Get those cannons on Kyoto. You guys just chill out in general. Yeah, I would actually quite like my own provinces back. Thanks for asking. There we go. Isn't microing half the fun? I don't really want this island. It's a liability. And it really pains me to take this from Ainu. Truly. But conversely, I need those manufactories. And you have manufactories. So thank you, please. Well, why take almost everything? Oh, Ainu won't exist. I thought they had this. Aha! A Russian war for islands on this side of the land. Who would have thought? Couldn't make this stuff up. So long, I knew. I'll miss you. Also, the hell is this, Spain? I gotta worry a bit about that overextension. There's something to be said for offloading some of this land to Yamana rather than myself. There's also something to be said for actually having some absolutism in my life. Oh, that's right. I should be spending my my powers strengthening government, because I get absolutism out of it. Right. Slight change of plan. Cancel, cancel, cancel. This one, for example, is 43. Now it is not 43. Good enough. That was worth 300 mil, but it was an investment. Alright, all sorted. Japan will fall real soon. Well, it pretty much has fallen, although I like this. Oh, okay, it's just noble rebels, sadly. How about that? Okay, nowhere near. Maybe I do need more land from Japan than I thought. Pirate Republic, it sure isn't very absolute. That's fine. It's as expected. Cowardly forces of Japan at it again, but we will sink them. We will steal their boats and liquidate them into sailors to replenish our losses. Also, I realized I've forgotten a 30 stack of boats right here. Just suddenly popped into my head. They haven't been costing me a lot of sailors, but they've not been making me the money that they should make me. So, go and... actually, where is worth doing around here? There's always more money to be made in these awesome trade nodes, but... is there anywhere else more worth our time? Lucrative places like Zanzibar. I pulled from Gujarat pretty badly, as I recall. And I should get back on that. I know it's a bit of a trek, but get to it. Alright, nice. Another one bites the dust. And that's another 13 dev that I want right there. And it is still just a saying. This deserves to be a full state. And it's worth that fairly small coring price, because it's a good place to erect a shipyard. Both these places are, wait, what? I didn't fully state you. There we go. Get those shipyards going, because I need that naval force limit. It won't turn into a colonial region, because I have my capital in a colonial region. Hard block there. Ooh. Ooh. Who do these Japanese think they are? Pushing around my hard-working sailors like that. Where else could I make a state? Well, yes, you make a point. All of these are possible state places, but none of them are good. This one is actually. But that is not at all. And I do not have the admin to be keeping going with this. It's better than wasting it on tech when I'm facing such a institutional crisis, but yeah, as long as I keep that innovativeness above 20, we're all okay, but it's been hemorrhaging for a while. Okay, Kyoto's down. Japan, it's time to go. However, I have a lot of cores that are just about done, and I'd rather not make peace until I can comfortably get those. These areas for sure. What else do I want out of Japan though? Money's always good, can't doubt the money, because I'm going to need a lot of it for what I'm about to do. And he already has manufactory everywhere here, right? So why don't I just take a lot of it, hopefully get enough to have manufactory present, embrace it, and then dump the provinces on Yamana. because then they can core it and I can just integrate them. Seems agreeable. Although I'd rather Yamana got the inland stuff. I want the coasts for myself. But I want the well-built up coasts, of course. Especially when they... farm estates. Especially when they have shipyards. Some of these are quite nicely built up. Tea. There is good stuff to be had down there. But this is a pretty good area to be had, and it just looks nicer. Not sure how good this will look, but it certainly corners Japan at least. He's got far less of a place to run to. Still, it costs me overextension that I can't afford right now, so let's hold the... Ooh! Goodbye Japanese flagship. Just in time to rob them of more of their coastline. Plausible deniability and goodbye money as well. Ming hate me already, so that's fine. As a last resort, the captain has now contacted us, hoping he will admit to our official backing. Can be used as leverage in the upcoming trial. Legitimate merchants, of course. Get away, Ming. Kent, Gloucestershire, Sussex, and a few more to come. Ah, bollocks, who is this? It's Spain, of course. No amount of debt can stop them from wanting to fight me. Which means it's time for... I said I wouldn't pull Killer DJ, so Olwyn's get on the case. Stop the Spanish from being a big problem, hopefully. Whilst you get over there as well, and then try to get over to the Baleares so that we can blockade Spain here as well. Just generally blockade all of Spain would be nice. But Spain is such a goddamn problem. Such a problem. I hope my vanity armies and navies would keep them away from me, but I was wrong. Damn, I wanted to stop paying my army, but I might need that army where I'm going now. Spain don't have allies that I have to care about, right? Damn, they're allied to Kilwa. They might bring in Kilwa. No, Kilwa's... they might bring in Kilwa. I maintain that. Alright, but I still need to finish off my cores before I think about what happens to Japan here, I think. 44... Yeah, actually, no, we should be good on this anyway. Let's just take it all. But I can't give land to my subject whilst I'm at war. So I would have to core it all, and it's pretty expensive to core. Oh well, we'll just eat it for ourselves then. Yoink. The fall of Kyoto. Hey, that's quite nice for us. Prestige... Admin, dip, mill. I don't need to worry about Yamana revolting on me, but I may as well placate them for 20 prestige if I'm getting 20 prestige. You used to be able to chain this so much, but now, nope. Give it to me. I was hoping that that would be enough for this, but it is clearly not. Yeah, well, someday. Now... Leave Kyoto for last. It's pretty expensive, but I expect there to be revolts there anyway. Get back, lads. Hell, get on to Kyoto. Seems like a fitting place to be. And now I feel this incredible disgust at another declaration of war from Spain. Any chance of Dev pushing some juicy province just to get the institution? No, and I can't be so frivolous with my monarch points because I really want to get these techs. Because if my innovativeness drops below 20, I will not get the coal freely. The coal will spawn if there's 20 development or if you have over 20 innovativeness. I really hope that I got what it takes to bully Spain here, because they seem pretty confident. Uh-oh, what the hell are you guys doing? No! No! Gonna lose our flagship if you go there. Well, they're still gonna go for it. Oh well. As soon as you can, please pull out of that foolish idea. You folks are there, and I should probably commit a decent number of galleys to there, although I shouldn't need a... shouldn't need an admiral for them. But yeah, these guys are toast. Get out of there. Whew. Revenge of Marlon Mark II manages to survive, thankfully. Committing pirate suicide, going the way they would have wanted to go, I'm sure. Look at the Ottomans trying desperately to build up his fleet here. And he's not far away from actually giving me the dosh that I want. Well, maybe not all the dosh I want. But we'll get there eventually. Yeah. Could probably add to the blockades over here. Might help my case. Okay, so he did decide to take me on. I don't have my awesome flagship anymore, so I'm kind of reliant on just all wins, my superior engagement width, and just my fleet being better. We certainly have better morale. Is there a way to check his durability? I'm not sure if you can, but I know that my ships are ultra durable. Let's get a number on that. It's under S for ship durability. 25%, and the hardened oak is helping with that. Probably helped keep the Marlon alive. Well, farewell Spaniards. Oh wow. Oh wow, oh wow, we cleaned up house there. Nothing but war galleons. I'm wondering if it's worth keeping hold of them, and maybe it is. I mean, I did get them for free after all. Maybe not one that's a liability, like one that's at 5%. But look at that, we just mauled him to death. We'll keep the ones that are fairly good here. But since I destroyed so many of theirs, I think these guys can safely go back for a nap. Owens doesn't need to worry about it. You folks are still a bit banged up, but I think if you were to privateer the Lubeck, in fact, we'd all be pretty happy. Lubeck's where a lot of money is going, so I might as well. We'll keep Bolwins over here to keep an eye on the Straits of Gibraltar, otherwise that's pretty successful. Oxford, York, Pluto, Hull, all of that done. I won't have you go up somewhere so dangerous, I'll have you at Barbary Coast for now. There are still a lot of Spanish ships here, we know that much though. Taking Japan really tanked the old Unity, but I think we'll be okay. And let's get you onto the Baleares quickly so we can not have to face any troubles. That's trouble. Let's just do this with numbers. Who needs leadership when you've got these numbers? Well, these boats, probably. Huh, well, he thought about that, and he thought against that. The Spanish Armada, the Spanish are mauled. Yeah, feels pretty good. What doesn't feel good is losing Draken to these numpties. You know what, the merchantmen will actually help out in the battle somewhat. Hell, they all will. Just get out there and defend our home, please. Mardy can take care of this. I'm sure I used Mardy elsewhere, but so be it. Probably over on the Japanese front, where they're all just chilling. I'll get them over here. There's a shipyard so they can chill even faster there. You guys are all good, led by MTSC2. Nice. I still just want some good Casus Belli, but that's techs away. I know somebody that almost has these techs, and he's at war with me. However, he's just about done with this war. Thank goodness for me. Do what I can to get more blockades going against the guy. Otherwise, I think we're alright. You're not scared, are you? You're not. You're just healing up. Spanish are at it again. However, with our heavies, all 7 of them, we should have these guys blasted into the sea. They're already on the sea, but you get the idea. Now I wonder if, I wonder if these guys, these colonists, actually make flagships. I shouldn't be so frivolous with my sailors. I'm still eating a 220 deficit, but it feels good to crush my enemies. Ooh, I'll force them out into a battle they will not enjoy at all. Alright, well that's your calling, Giovanni. Oh, he's very not gonna like that. Venice is at it again! First they chew up Austria, now they're gunning down Bavaria? Maybe they've finally given up on Venezia. No, of course they have not. But someday. Hey Dennis, he's asking if he's missed a lot today. Well, almost 6 hours, but we've barely passed 20 years. Well, it's such an awful pace for me playing this game, but what can I say? It's one of those kinds of campaigns. When you are so spread over the world with such few resources, gotta make do what you can with what you got. Oh, hang on, Yorkshire is an area, and I did not state it up. Not even making a boon on that. But I'd already done you. No, I want to focus on Kyoto because that's something that causes overextension. Otherwise, I do know I have a lot to core up at this point. Alright. Take it all, man. Take it. The Spanish are going to have to suffer for what they've done. I would really like to take lands off of them, but just look at the war score cost here. 7, 13, 19, and I have to pay the dip for it. That's not very nice. I would also really quite like to start taking this off of them, but that's a separate fight that I think I'll take. I think I would actually colonize one of these provinces while I can, and then just 1v1 one of these guys. Just go, alright, Spanish Australia is mine now, and just take it all over. That's the plan. And as soon as I have a colonist freed up, would you look at that, I've got a colonist freed up, I'll make it happen. Yoink. Don't forget Spain's North Pacific holdings. What, you mean this crummy island? The Kurils? The Kurils aren't worth the 1 war score that they cost. But I'll probably take it because it's colonialism. Colonies are meant to be cheaper, right? Does that include this? It doesn't feel very cheaper. I'd take Corsica. There's good reason to take Corsica, but there's probably better reason to take the Baleares. Baleares are attached to a lot of provinces here and give me quick access to a lot of things. Bit harder to defend, but I could always drop in and just take it back. I mean, I'd always like to take his money, but this land is probably worth my time. Ah, but there's the counterpoint. If I take Corsica, then I can take Sardinia. Friendless Sardinia. What are we at? 26, 27? It's worth the extra bit. But that also means defeating Spain in this war, which means getting a war score from this, not getting trampled by his abundant colonies. And they are abundant. It's basically a huge pain fighting Spain. That's why I'm quite keen on white pieces with him. Speaking of peace, peace with Pasai won't last much longer. Let's continue making rather decadent claims on him, and I actually need the admin these days. Even though I still definitely need the dip. I need dip for tons of teching. Because I really want to get better, really want to get better. No, let's focus on admin right now, it's a short-term need. Since we're an empire, we have an easy enough time with that. colonists sure take forever and a day to arrive in their locations. This should be fun. Welcome to my house of pain, Spain. And a ship goes, and a ship goes, and 3 ships go, and another 5, and another... Oh god. Good grief. I'm not even prepared for such horrific losses for the Spaniards. I feel bad for them. Almost. I almost feel bad for them. Say goodbye to your precious frigates is what I would say, but maybe I should start keeping them, right? There's a lot more privateering to be done in the world, and I need that money because it doesn't grow on trees. Transport's not so necessary. We got both of these. I could only just honestly just get rid of these guys. They're costing me and I don't need it. And there's still a lot of war score to get just from the war goal itself. Heavens knows they don't want peace with me anytime soon because, haha, relative strength, length of war, but once all that's done, I'll probably see a bit of a slowdown when it comes to wars declared on me. Maybe even Ming won't declare war on me once I kick Otto's face out. Let's get Kyoto done. Scapa flow was never worth caring about. What happens when a nation in colonies full annexes a colonial overlord? Does it vassalize other colonies? It'll make them your colonies, I believe. Oh, right, if you're already in... Ooh, tough one. Don't have the answer. We're getting there. 8.5% of my development have my delicious manufactories present. How am I even getting more, though? I mean, Mino's getting it. Very not fast. The colonies here don't get it very quickly because, well, they're not colonies, they're trade company regions, and trade company regions get things pretty slow anyway. And then I look towards Britain, and Britain's just a wasteland when it comes to manufactories. Utter wasteland. Remember when I said Ming probably wouldn't declare war on me? So Ming have declared war on me. What is this even? Trade protection, blockade ports. I got bad news for you, Ming. I am the port blockader around here. I have heavies, sure, but this is a war won with galleys. It's a war won with particularly well-led galleys. Who is where? I think Olwen's... No, Giovanni is free. Well, Giovanni would be free if I made him free. Olwen's is over here, but he doesn't really need to be. The heavies alone should take care of this. Giovanni's pretty good at what he does. Kill a DJ. Where's Mardi anyway? Yeah, you totally don't need to be there, Mardi. I want you over here. Forget the transports for now, although I have too many of them, that's worth noting. Mardi, there's a problem called the Ming. Please take care of it. Ha, Danes are bankrupt. This is all inland sea, so let's just take it over as best we can. Crap. My pirates here are going to get murdered. Should have told them to head home. Brandenburg are still claiming my lands, and the Ming are really piling up their forces here. Alright, they proved their point. Get out of there. Our galleys are going to have to pick up the rest, but while we're at it, let's just raid. You know, nothing's stopping us doing a healthy bit of raiding on the way. And did someone say Ming is ready for raiding? Because I think they did. Alright, let's hope I even have a fleet to go raiding them with once all's said and done. Looking at this, they don't really have ideas that help their boats, do they? Whereas I definitely do. Ming playing 200 IQ strats, knowing they will just blockade and go for the peace so they can get a truce. They're scared. Well, let's at least take the fight to them. We're heavily outnumbered and they have a flagship. However, they're coming at us with their heavies. The heavies are harder to knock out, but they perform worse in the inland sea and we perform a whole lot better. Mardi is better than their guy, and we're able to use 40 boats. They can only use 10 and then a couple of crummy ones. So the advantage is on our side here. Harsh treatment, autonomy change. I don't really have those. Change rival cost. Monthly devastation reduction actually sounds kind of good. Let's go with that for a change.